Hi, and welcome to the Rereview, where we review the reviews so you know what reviews to view. I'm David.
And I'm Jared.
Get ready for this week. We have our movie review for Bucksville and the answer to our much anticipated mystery review.
But first, here's this week's re-review. Alright, so re-review. Jeffrey's 2-star review. Was here for at least 3 hours with coworker, and Mike, the bartender and manager, paid no attention. We had to ask for every single drink. He asked what we were drinking every time, and our drinks didn't change. Was told, he's having a bad day. Then stay home, Mike. When I have a bad day, my client shouldn't have to suffer. Pissing off customers on a Wednesday doesn't bode well for the weekend. Find a better place. What a dick.
That is just... Have you never been to a bar before?
I mean... So, every single bar I've ever been to, you always ask the bartender for a drink, and it's a courtesy for them to ask you what you would like.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, you can have a bad day. I mean, and plus, okay, so Mike tells Jeffrey he's having a bad day. Okay, but Mike should stay home according to Jeffrey. But Mike is also the manager. My experience, if a manager is tending bar, it's something has gone wrong. There's somebody who didn't come into work, so he's filling in, like, as he should.
Oh, actually, I don't know if Mike is the manager. He may have just been the bartender, and the unnamed manager paid no attention.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. So that's possible.
But yeah, if it is the manager bartending, then yes, that is a bad day.
There's a problem. Then no matter what, Mike is going to be having a bad day. I'll say this, though. I actually know this location. It's in a very busy city. A lot of foot traffic and everything. I can almost guarantee it's busy on a Wednesday. If you're there for lunch, it's busy. But he was there for 3 hours. So I imagine it was in the evening. It was after work, where the hundreds of office buildings have drained out all their employees, and they're going to look for drinks. And this place is busy. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And it's like you're saying, Mike is giving the courtesy of asking, what did you want? Mike is busy with other customers, so he is asking them, what do they want? You do have to ask for your bartender. He's dealing with a lot of people. It's a very large bar, too, actually. I know where this bar is. It's a very large bar. It wraps around. It goes into practically 2 rooms. So he can't be with you and your sensitivities the entire evening.
Yeah, I mean, just because you remembered what you were drinking, although if you were there for 3 hours, who knows if you even remember what you were drinking at the end of the night.
For all we know, Mike gave him a ride home. So this 2-star review, it's unwarranted. Sometimes we get reviews and we go, yeah. I see that. I can understand why you would not be happy. This guy, though, he just seems malicious. I feel like I don't want to hang out with Jeffrey.
I wonder if Jeffrey here works at a local bar that maybe there's some sort of a rivalry going on here.
Oh. So, yeah. If he doesn't work in another bar, he does say he deals with his own clients. So I imagine he may work at a Kinko's or an office supply store. So he doesn't, I feel like he just has a lot of pent-up anger.
Oh, and insurance sales?
Oh.
Ooh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's the ticket.
Yeah. That guy, he is 1 foot away from hopping out a window, I feel like. Going off his attitude and how he treats Mike in this review, he has a lot of pent-up anger, and he's letting it out on the internet for all to see while damaging another location's reputation.
Yeah, what a shame. This bartender did his job. Boo, bartender. How dare he do his job?
How dare he do good enough that you're going to stay for 3 hours?
Right? I don't know about you. When I have a bad experience at a bar, I'm gone like before I finish the first drink.
Yeah. So what? You just don't pay?
No, I'll leave a 5 on the table and get out of there.
Yeah. I'll finish my drink, but that'll probably be it.
I mean, it takes a lot for me to have a bad experience at a bar.
That's why I carry cash with me all the time. Just because I want to be able to just leave an uncomfortable situation. And cash helps with that. Whether you're at a bar mitzvah, nothing racist. Just leave money on the table and go. I mean, it's customary.
I feel like I'm going to hear a J.G. Wentworth ad or something.
Did you say J.G. Wentworth?
Yeah, 877 cash now. Sorry,
Yep.
I just...
You're allowed to say that.
Good.
I'm not authorized. I don't even know how you guys keep the yarmulkes on. But that's another story for another day. Let's get back to our review. So honestly, I would give Jeffrey a 1 out of friendship.
Yeah, I was gonna give him a 10 out of jerk.
Fair. Yeah. Overall, I would not recommend his review to anyone. I feel you can definitely have a bad experience at a place. And if you are able to articulate why it was a problem, well, good on you. Jeffrey does not have that ability. In fact, he just states the obvious, that it's a busy bar after work, and he stayed for 3 hours, and it was busy.
Yep, and that the bartender did his job. I can't stop dwelling on that.
Yeah, you know what, Mike, you get a 5 out of bartender.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Mike,
Good job.
if I could leave you a tip through the powers of internet reviews, I would.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Wait a minute. Mikey. Rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah. Bless.
Never forgotten. And you're living on to this overworked bartender having a bad day. So hopefully the spirit of Mikey will make Mike's
can
day
live on through you, Mike.
better. Yeah. You know what time it is, though, right?
Is it movie time?
It's absolutely movie time.
Woo!
And just a reminder, we are checking out what Kansas said, the state of Kansas. They said this movie's great. So Kansas
the
recommended.
entire state loved it.
Yeah. And this, of course, is Bucksville. I have almost no idea what this movie is about. We watched the trailer. We have no idea what this movie's about.
Yeah, there are more questions than answers, and I for one am really excited for this.
I really hope we can answer all the questions the trailer asked. Let's watch.
Human life is the most precious of gifts. May your soul rest in peace.
Ugh. Wow.
Okay. So, you know what? During our other movies or our other reviews, I've had music playing in the background. It really helps fill in any pause we may have. It just makes it a little more lively, a little more interesting for the listener. But I want to take this moment right now for everyone to know what we suffered through.
So painful.
It was just okay. I'm here. I can't do this to you. Here's the music. I'm going to start some music for you. There you go. But that moment that you just had, where there's no music playing, awkward pauses.
Just
That was the movie we just watched.
in many of the other movies we've watched thus far, there were little moments of joy to be found within them.
Yeah. Like,
They were so hard to find.
Like they had these moments like, just bad writing and people just acting totally ridiculous and out of character. And it was just kind of, it was not necessarily as much funny as it was fun to laugh at and make fun of.
Yeah, I can't tell if Guy is bad liar or a bad actor.
He is
Both.
The actor or the character was a bad liar. The actor was a bad actor.
Yeah, so basic concept of this film was they called them a militia. They're more like a murder cult.
They were a murder cult.
It is the most boring murder cult I have ever watched.
Yeah. Like, there's some bad vigilante movies out there. The only one I can think of, for whatever reason, the only movie I can think of that has a lot of vigilante justice is I Spit on Your Grave. If you haven't seen that movie, that's fine. You don't need to worry about that.
That's okay, yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it for anyone. It's not made for anyone. Especially, there was actually a sequel to it. So there was an original one. I don't remember when it came out. Then they came out with a remake of that movie, to which they made a sequel to that movie. I've seen the remake and the sequel. We're not reviewing that movie, but regardless,
I have to assume that all three of those are better than this.
Yes.
Because I can't imagine anything being worse. I really can't. I am struggling right now to come up with something good to say.
There's nothing good to say about this movie. I mean, I'm trying to find things that we can, make fun of and point out, like, and have a laugh about the movie in hindsight. But this movie was just so blah.
Just pauses and quiet.
A lot of scenes that go on way longer than they need to.
And then scenes that should go on longer that just didn't.
Yeah, like sometimes you want a little bit of exposition, a little bit of information about what's going on, about who a character is. And really, there's a very small cast in this movie.
Well, yeah, like what we saw in the trailer, right? We wanted to find out more about what we saw in that trailer, and we did not.
Yeah.
Not even a glimpse.
Like, okay, here, if you remember, there was the portion of the trailer where a woman wearing lederhosen came out of this cartoonish-looking house, and you saw that
Bavarian.
For a bit. Yeah. Well, the main character, they call him Preston Presley. I don't know. I don't care.
It's Presley.
Yeah. Anyways,
don't
he has
even care.
Yeah, exactly. He has a dream of going to Germany. They never explain why, except for when his mom was leaving her murder cult leading husband. He was holding a German record, which had a woman wearing lederhosen
a similar
on the front.
Bavarian woman on the front.
Yeah, so that's apparently why that's the way that is. But they don't go into it. It's not
actually
like
more than just that allusion to, the Germans in this movie. They're all like the what was I gonna say? The Mauser, right?
Yeah, I now because of these the people and what they do, this cult, this murder cult, this militia,
this shit militia.
I thought they were going to have a lot of Nazi undertones, and I was ready for that. It kind of made sense. This movie is not like a modern thing. It's it came out in 2013. I thought there were going to be a lot more just racial type undertones, racism. I thought that was going to be racism would have been something to overcome.
That would have been the easy way out, Dave. We have to give them credit for not taking the easy way out and making an enjoyable movie.
Yeah. They didn't just cash in on racism and some guy overcoming it, American History X style. A really good movie. One that we will never get to watch because we don't watch good movies.
Right, because, well, not only that, but that movie was also reviewed very well. So, like, there's no job for us there.
Yeah, it's
Can we please just spend the next 10 minutes talking about a good movie so I can feel good about myself?
Unfortunately, that's
we
not
can't.
what we're here for. That's not what we're here for. All the good movies out there, Shawshank Redemption, Braveheart, Triple X, movies that are enjoyable to watch. This movie, those things are not.
Mm-hmm.
What I will give it credit for, it tried something fairly new. I think it wanted to be about, because it's a murder cult, yes, but they take criminals who evaded the justice system one way or the other, and they execute them vigilante style. And they wanted the main character to not want to be a part of that. And this organization was started, I believe, by his father. His father was a leader of this group, So I guess they wanted the audience to agree with what the cult was doing, at the same time agree with press for wanting to get away from it.
Yeah,
they wanted to make a relatable character.
Yeah, I want to call the militia what it actually was, Group Dexter.
Yeah. So I say murder cult, but I don't want you to think it's something interesting, like murder room covered in plastic, followed by hacking them up with saws, or artistic spears or anything like that. No,
nothing. No bloodletting. No real entertaining anything.
No, they take a vial of clear liquid and inject it to them.
Or you think? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just. They don't even show the injection. It happens, but the way they do it, you don't see the injection.
See, I was hoping that they would actually have to go out and retrieve the individuals, but no, that's done by somebody else.
Yeah, that's another thing about it. They
what are they paying these guys for?
Essentially hired to kill people, apparently, by the patron, who is, and this is before Donald Trump was in office, but that's neither here nor there, a Donald Trump type of character, who I suppose is just meant to represent the rich, NRA-supporting, gun-loving person. Not necessarily madman. He seems quite sane. Just, he's a militia leader.
Yeah, no, just the egomaniac.
Yeah, but that said, his character is, the patron, his character, undeveloped. Completely.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about this mysterious man.
Yeah, I would like to know more about a lot of people, but they don't tell you. They don't give you any information.
They don't even care.
They don't even care. It's just there. And let's talk about the mood of the movie. As you were given,
as you've probably gathered,
it's just
distressing.
The mood is just dry, bland. The lighting from scene to scene doesn't vary a lot. There's no mystery in the shadow. Everything is very well lit, to include a scene where they're sitting by the fire and you can clearly see the round spotlight, the light of that round spotlight hitting them very clearly. And
the classic night-day continuity.
There's There is none. It's night. It's day now.
Well, we'll murder this fool eventually. That somebody caught and wrapped up and presented to us, and then paid us gobs of money to actually kill them.
Yeah, like the patron has sent people to kidnap these criminals and has given them to us off camera, and here they are now, and now they're dead.
Cool.
That is
That'll
exactly
be a
how
cool
it works.
million. Thank you.
Yeah, $1 million. Make sure those kids sing the Star Spangled Banner in that new thing, because that's another thing they want you to agree with the militia, because they donate the
America.
majority of the money they receive for
charity.
to
That's right,
charities
that's right.
or to schools. So it's like they want you to like them. But okay, that actually leads into our point we made while watching the movie. One thing a lot of these unlikable movies have, the unlikableness of the movie is influenced by the characters in the movie being completely unlikable. It's not that you hate them, because there's characters you love to hate. I'm trying to think of a good example of a character.
Jar Jar.
Yeah. We hate Jar Jar. We hate him for all the right reasons, and we mock him for it because he's just the worst thing ever. No character in here is that bad. They're not written to be bad. They're just
plain
thrown
unlikable.
in there. It's just that guy at the office who sits behind you and doesn't say anything. That's everyone in this movie.
So I think that's what would make this a good setup for like a horror film, right? Because these are people you see every day. They look and act and talk like people you would see every day. The boring dregs of society. And they're also part of a secret murder cult.
Yeah, there are so many. Okay,
Like we
It's
could
all
go so
there.
many places.
like it's all there. This movie could be fantastic. For example, yes, they're all normal people. Every one of them. There's a doctor, there's the sheriff, his deputy, there's the town mechanic, and everyone in town knows them. Everyone likes them. They do a lot of great things. They donate a lot of money to charities and to the town for building a school wing, for fixing roads. But they're all really dark. They all have a secret. And by night, they go out and they capture these people who evaded the justice system, these bad people. And then they're taken away into the night and they're strung up on a tree and they are just brutalized on or off camera. You don't have to show it. Just give the little bit of detail that people need. They need a leftover bloody knife. They need somebody in the background digging a hole while somebody's scared, tied to a tree, and another man sharpens a knife. They don't need to show the murder.
And
They
just
don't
like
need
the
murder.
sound of struggle, right? Some shifting, like
tension.
scratching bark.
Yeah, and every now and then somebody has an opportunity to get away, but then and someone escapes. Someone they're going to kill escapes. He's running through the woods of Oregon, and all of a sudden, the town mechanic is right there and knocks him out with a wrench, and he comes back to consciousness exactly where he was. That would be something else. That would just be like unveiling one by one who is in this murder cult, because they wear a mask while they're doing their murder.
Hey, you know what movie did a really good job of a similar concept? Hot Fuzz.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it's all the same, right? The grades are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just take everything that made Hot Fuzz great. Fantastic writing, great actors, a fish out of water trying to adapt to a new scenario, and just all these, and just a plot that you're just thickens as you go along.
Take all of that and throw
Remove
it right
all
in
of
the
that.
garbage.
Except for the murder part, and you have Bucksville.
But you know what? There was action in that movie too.
Great action.
There was even like a little bit of brutalizing, like gets stabbed
A
by
little.
Father Christmas and very early on.
That movie was so out of it was so unexpected. Everything about it.
All right, so I've finally come up with a final rating for this film.
Oh, are we done talking? We said everything there is to say about it. What's your rating for this film?
I
wanna
think
hear
we've
it.
said more than there is to say about this. On a scale of 1 to Hot Fuzz, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
On a scale of serial killer to Dexter, or excuse me, murder cult to Dexter,
Eventually.
it's off the scale. It's not on the scale.
Ooh, off
There's
the
no-
charts.
Ooh, off the charts. The
Something that
ratings
is-
are off the charts. That's not a good thing in this case.
Something that has never been said about this movie.
Yep. But it's a great. It's exactly what it is. Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
No, just don't.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
it's-
If you were debating watching this movie, we have an answer for you. Don't do it. Watch Hot Fuzz instead. It's way better. You'll enjoy
Yeah.
yourself. You'll laugh a lot.
Yeah.
It's great.
If you haven't seen Hot Fuzz, watch it. It's a great movie, and it's so much better than this. I do have one final thing to say about the movie, though. What was that thing?
You know that thing.
Yeah.
And how did
that
it get
was-
there?
How did it get there? Where did it come from? That's all.
That's all.
That's just another question this movie has no interest in answering or explaining anything about.
Yeah.
We're going to go into the answer for last week's mystery review. Just a quick recap. Feels like low-quality plastic, an opening too big for eggs, which kind of sinks into the space. A bit disappointing. Of course, this review was for sumo egg holders, because of course. So if you need a sumo-shaped place to leave your soft-boiled eggs, Amazon has what you're looking for. But watch out, it's a little too big for small eggs. And Jared, do you have next week's mystery review?
Oh yeah. This week's mystery review works good. I hate the feeling of paper. This helps. Good construction. Thumb hole is a good size. Should fit most men and women. Solid plastic. Does not feel like it will be breaking anytime soon. Lovely color.
I think I know what this is.
Well, don't spoil the fun.
Okay.
Don't-
Well, if
don't
you
tell
think
them.
you know what it is, let us know. Leave something in the comments. You can also hit us up on Twitter at _ReReviewers. So if you know what that is, you have a chance to win a personalized Ziploc bag with some stuff I found lying around my room.
Ooh, a
Yeah.
true treasure. And
It could be a thumbtack. It could be maybe a discarded envelope. Who knows? I don't know.
And while you're on there, go ahead and send us any ideas for new movies you'd like us to review for you, or any of those wonderful reviews that you think need a review.
If you think a review needs a re-review, but get ready for our next episode. We are going to be watching Hard Target 2. Netflix does not have Hard Target 1, so I feel like we may be a little bit of a loss on what's going on in this movie. But quite frankly, I'm looking forward to this. Just by reading the synopsis, I actually am really looking forward to this movie. Here you
I
go.
think, honestly, we'll be able to find out more about the characters in that movie than we were able to find out about the ones in the one we just watched. So
Yeah. Without even watching Hard Target 1, I think we'll have more character development in this movie, and we'll understand and relate to these characters significantly more than we ever will at Bucksville.
oh man, I can only hope.
Yep. So that's all we got for you. We really appreciate you guys checking in. We'll catch you next time.